Hello, my name is Afri, otherwise known as Radical Queen, and my tagline is Creative Outlaw of Outrageous Folklore. Now I'm going to read to you two pieces that I wrote, and the personality, if you like, of both pieces is very antisocial and extremely unapologetic about it. So you have been warned. So, you want me to smile, whilst all the while I don't give a shit about good manners, couldn't care less, it's me that matters. Why should I have to conform to some fucked up middle class norm? I see you try to beguile me with perfumed promises of prosperity and peace. Apparently, the conditions of my release are that I become docile. I know you'd like to revile me for my insistent obstinance, for my substance abuse. You have judged this a misuse of public resources and money. Well, you see, I just like stuff that makes life funny, even at night. Ain't that my right? You want me to be polite, not to fight? Ha! Out of sheer spite, I will with delight wipe that kindly smile from your oh so patronizing little head. I'd rather piss you off instead. What do you know, however hip and fly you think you are, however much you think you are caring? What do you know about the flow of my rage and bile, which has me beached on the jagged teeth of my personal life? Oh, I am consumed with my own grief. Look up, look at me. This is me here, yawning. See? Now I choose to just ignore you because I find your bleating recriminations are just so boring. I give you no excuse, no liberal rationale for my demeanor. You can't be PC now. I just won't hear it. I have inside me my own truth, and it cannot be unraveled into stupid, sociable little sound bites. It cannot be discussed and deciphered. It will not be defined as my denial, nor pigeonholed as the consequences of being abused. My truth remains a hidden, and it's a given that I just fucking hate you. Now, following shout, I made a note, and the note is, I sometimes tire of the rules that say people must always be nice, that there is no reason to be unreasonable unless you have a reason for such antisocial behavior. If your reason is compellingly crafted and consciously congruent with current psychological theories, you are accepted and accepted. After all rebels must have a cause, surely. Well, it seems to me that my life and my voice are my own. If I choose to be pissy, if I reject the urging from the heavy-handed herding heavies who try to prod and push me into submitting to their way, when I would much rather choose the preferred highway, who's to say that they are right and that I am wrong? As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter to me whether I am wrong or right based on some tiresome conventions that project the majority, so they say, but actually only project the so-called superiority of a pedantic few. This is true, although the stampede to be a part of this stupidly square crew deafens and deadens my sensibilities. I will have nothing to do with such a mindless and self-conscious attitude. So, once again, go ahead and fuck you. Right, so this piece came to me at a time in my life when I was working as a community organizer, and I've been doing a lot of research into a lot of the issues that plague our world and that contribute to global poverty, and I became enraged. And when I performed this piece, I feel that the energy of this piece is embodied, if you like. I can always visualize one of them old school prophets from the Old Testament, you know, the kind of wild out madman who would emerge from the desert after, 30 days and 30 nights of eating nothing but insects, so eyes all red and bug-eyed and dreadlocks flying in all directions. And that's kind of how it feels like inside me when I perform it. I have something to say. There's a flood on the way. Now, no one seems to believe it, walking around like it's cool for small children to miss school and stitch sneakers instead with thread that slices their little fingers. And then some of them are tucked up in bed and purchased by evil people who don't call it abuse because they're just so confused. Oh, there's a flood on the way. Huh. What about the fact that the food that we eat has been pumped full of toxins and poisons and sprays that cause cancer and pain? Oh, there's a flood on the way. You see, we need to wear sneakers. We eat meat that's been tortured and fruit that's been poisoned. We read books that were torn from the living heart of great forests, which will not march again on the face of this earth. The truth hurts. Well, I won't mince up my words just to spare our discomfort. Now, I'm not blaming big companies, rich people, white folks, all of the usual scapegoats. You see, I'm not looking at all the false targets outside because the media lies, and then they advertise, and then we all buy stuff that is evil inside. See, I am willing to face toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose, anyone here at all in this room, on this earth, because I'm facing myself, and I'm forced to accept that here is the cause. See, here is the source. Herein lies the serpent who caused the divorce. Since then, time is the dream, discontent is the dreamer. You see, we live on in torment and make sex with the demons. We act cosmically stunted. We seem spiritually numb. Now there's a flood coming soon, and we have all lost our way. And to find the way back, we have to know that there is no excuse for the deep, constant suffering, for the human abuse. All of us are the same in our hearts. We are one. But I repeat, we seem numb because we don't feel the beat of the life in us all. If we did, we would stop. Now, there's a flood coming down. And you know what? I am building my ark. That's right. I just made a fresh start right this moment. Like a true work of art, well-built arks live first in the heart, and they know how to go against the flow, the flood of ignorance rising up, bobbing up, of a holy design. They're a God-given mind of impossible strength. Read the truth. Here are the signs. We are capable. We, in fact, are required to examine our lives, putting straight what is tired, knowing that we are liars or lazy or dumb if we can't even learn to begin to become one with what we are always living children of life.